Good morning, everyone. Carlos here, Disney World Freak. It is Saturday. It is another weekend wake up. We are back for another interview with a YouTube creator, innovator, channel, Disney lover. I'm assuming they're Disney lovers. We're going to find out. But yeah, we're back. So thank you, everybody, for being here. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. Sun is out. It's going to be about 75 here today. And then tomorrow's going to be about 40. So, somebody will have pneumonia by the end of the week. It's weird. Welcome to New England. For anybody that doesn't live in New England, this is what we go through every year on this time. Can't find banners. Should have this set up. Our normal shout out to Dean at The Live Place, theliveplace.com, home to all the family-friendly streamers on YouTube. Looking for something to watch, go to theliveplace.com. They're all there. All in sections. You want to look for something comedy, look up comedy, cruising, whatever it is. Disney, we're all there. Go check out Dean at The Live Place. Also, check out Dean on The Live Place on YouTube. Great content. We love the man. Go check that out. My partner channel is Pete McDevitt, who I can actually say is back, and he's back in full force. So I'm going to do my normal intro for Pete. He goes live every day. Go to Pete. Go to Pete's channel. We love Pete. Go check out Pete McDevitt's channel. The Pete McDevitt Show. I got to fix that. It is the Pete McDevitt Show. Go check it out. Like I said, he's live every day. He'll be live today with baseball. He was live yesterday and last night. Tomorrow with his regular shows on Wednesdays and Sundays with his Disney creator talk. So go check that out. But again, he's live for baseball now. No football right now. He's doing baseball streams. I love baseball. It's that time of year. Love the smell of that cut grass. And I'm still one of those that can, probably not the whole 9 innings, but I can sit there and watch a baseball game. I really can. But after the way the Red Sox started their first 3 games, I was contemplating not watching at all, but we're doing okay. My other partner channel, who is live right now, I can still hear him in the other room. The wife is still watching him, and I'm glad he's live still. I'm hoping he keeps going because I appreciate that nobody, we try not to stream over anybody, and I appreciate that he definitely does not like to stream over me, but when you're at the park and you haven't been there in 2 weeks, keep streaming. People are watching. They'll come watch my stuff. And if not, they'll watch our replay. We're all good. But yes, Jeff and Angela, This Our Dreams live every Thursday at 5, every Saturday at 11. Except for today, it was live at 8 a.m. And he will be live at 11. Angela, who is still in Pittsburgh, is going to try something different with Jeff today. It'll be fun to watch as soon as we're done here. So go check them out. I appreciate it if you do. They are my partner channels. Go check them out. I am done there with intros. I'm going to pull up my chat, but I'm going to bring up this link because that is my guest. My guest today. I fixed this banner. This banner was done a little while ago, but I guess they changed names, so I have fixed it. But let me pull them in. Good morning from the West Coast. Well, not on the coast, in Arizona. If I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
You're in Arizona, right? The West Coast, you're out there. You're on the other side. It is Disabled Disventures. It was Disabled Disney. It was Disabled Adventures.
No.
No?
It was Disabled Disney.
Right.
And then we decided to rebrand to Disabled Disventures for a few reasons.
No,
but
nothing wrong with that. But they are somebody. And they're right below, and that banner is correct. It is David. It is Melissa. It is Jillian with a G, and she made sure to tell me that. It is with a G. But they are joining me today, again, from the West Coast. There's their YouTube channel, Twitter handle, and Instagram. Definitely go check them out. You know what I say. I don't have sub for subs on here. I don't tell anybody to go subscribe right off the bat, but I do tell everybody, go check out their channel. Decide for yourself. It's your God-given rights to make your own decisions in this world. So go do that. But again, if they weren't on here, I wouldn't highly recommend them. So go check them out. And before we get directly to you guys, I am going to hit my chat. Dennis Algazi was there at 6:44 a.m. I'm seeing it right here. Dennis, buddy, you were up early. Well, you're not early because he's in Greece. So actually, he wasn't up early, but for me, you were. When I grabbed my phone, I says, wow, I already have a comment. And what is going on? Disney Nerd Herd has canceled their Sunday morning stream schedule. Live stream for tomorrow. You should do a pop-up live stream for that hour. Then Jeff can go live from Epcot at 11. Not a bad idea. We'll see, but it depends how life goes today and tomorrow. Francisco, who is on the West Coast? He is in California, so he is out there. Welcome in, buddy. Amory, nice to see you. Roscoe Mothership, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. My wife, Suzanne, in the chat, always there doing her mod work. Catherine will be welcome in. Catherine, thank you for being here. Look, Dennis is back. 6:44 and at 10:03. Hello, Carlos and all the Ohana here. Carlos, I wrote a note earlier about Sunday. Did you see it? And I did, and I just read it. And I saw it early this morning. Thank you for being here. Amy, I'm sorry. Dennis, I appreciate it. Michael Riley, good morning to you. How are you? Samantha Lowe. Oh, and that just jumped on me and went right to Pete McDevitt. I will come back to Pete McDevitt as soon as I say good morning to Samantha Lowe. Good morning, Sam. How are you? Thank you for being here. Pete McDevitt, you told me to go subscribe to myself, but I think that was a lingo to tell me to do something else. Did I tell you that? It's, no, I told you to go do something else to yourself, but not subscribe. That's besides the point. Wait, this isn't Tuesday. I shouldn't be talking that way. Just stopped in to hit the like button before I head off to bed. Cricket Fox, good evening, good day. How is Sunday? Oh no, it's still Saturday. Unless it's very early there, and I'm looking at my wrist thinking I have my watch on, but I just do it on the charger, so I look like a complete idiot right now. Cricket Fox, who is in Australia, welcome in. Have a good night's sleep. We are just starting our day. Look at this. Look at this man here. The Orlando guy, Richard, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for being here. Again, I love everybody jumps in my chat. But this guy's special right here, the Orlando guy. Go check out his work. I highly, highly recommend it. Do Philly crew, happy birthday, Meredith. Happy birthday to you. That's all you're gonna get out of me. But happy birthday, Meredith. And Ron, thank you for being here. It's not your birthday, Ron, but happy birthday, Meredith. Adventures with VP, welcome in. I see Jeff has ended because it's got very quiet in the other room and everybody else is getting sent over. And I appreciate that, Jeff, but I told you not to, buddy. Thank you. You should have just kept streaming. The Disney Baker, welcome in. Chris, thank you for being here. Could use some donuts right about now. Keith, DBF, welcome in. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Adventures with Sarah Robert, all the way from England, welcome in. The lovely Donna. Wow, chat just jumped. The lovely Donna, welcome in. Is everything working over here? Yes, it is. Jonathan Chung, welcome in, sir. 17 wonderful people. Remember to hit the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. If you can all just hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new, if you'd like to. If not, no sweat. I appreciate you just being here. I'll be right in my computer in a few. T. Marie, my super mod is in the house. So Suzanne shouldn't be so nervous right now. My super mod is here, but I have other mods here. Donna's here. Gallantly streaming. Welcome in. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Chat is jumping. I can't even highlight chat right now. Listen, it's a good thing. When the chat is jumping, people are here to see everybody. Stacy on Wheels, good morning. How are you? Thank you for being here. Carlo and Kiko, I apologize to you guys just sitting here right now because I haven't gotten through this whole chat because I was expecting it, but yeah, not this quickly. Jonathan Chung, welcome in. Everybody's saying hi. Listen, if I missed you, I apologize. Just say something else in the chat. Disney Master Chief Sam, what is going on, sir? Thank you for being here. That's not Sam. That's what happens when it jumps. You all know how my system works. I do everything on the phone, but I do the chat off the computer. So the computer, when it decides to say, hey, I'm going to jump on you and screw you all up, Carlos, because when you're trying to say hi to Amory, the Roscoe Mothership, and you highlight Donna, that's not Amory, but it is somebody. I think I am caught up. 20 wonderful people here. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Check out my partner channels and check out this channel, my guest right here, Disabled Disventures. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hey, not bad. again, like I was telling you off stream, thank you for the support. Well, I enjoy interacting with people. I enjoy spreading the word of other wonderful channels. You guys have, and I didn't do my homework completely. I didn't do the Instagram or the Twitter, so I apologize for that. But they are on both. But you have 578 subscribers on YouTube with 200 and some odd videos. I just had it, forgot to write it down. 275, I thought I saw 280 somewhere in there.
Sounds right.
Somewhere in there, which to me, and you all know that come and watch my channel, I don't have sub for sub channels. That tells me you are definitely not a sub for sub channel. Because with that many videos, you know what? You're doing it slowly and correctly. And people are subscribing. You're growing organically because that's a good number, 578. But it's not in the 10,000s where only 5 people are watching. So you're doing it well. And I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate everybody that tries to grow organically. We have one of the rainwaters. Carlos, my brother, my other brother from another mother. Timmy, how are you, sir? Thank you for being here. I know Jeff hit the lottery. Jeff had all 4 rainwaters. If I get all 4 today, I am playing something. Well, I always play the lottery every day, but I'll play a little extra, Timmy, if I get all 4 here. Tell us a little bit about yourselves. We have David, we have Melissa, and we have Jillian. Tell us about yourselves, not your channel, but about you 3 in general, and then we'll get into your channel and everything.
Well, David and I have been married going on 21 years. And this is our daughter. She's 20 years old.
22 years.
Sorry, 22 years.
That's all right. Jillian,
it's a long time.
I'm turning 21 this year, so it's 22.
We forget those things. Listen, be happy she remembers how old you are, because if one of my oldest called me right now, Dad, how old I am, you know, I got to bring up.
She turns 21 in August, so like I have it ingrained in my memory right now. After this year, I'll probably forget, but.
And you guys are from Arizona originally, or moved to Arizona, or?
Well,
I am. I was born and raised in the state. She was born in California. He was born in Hawaii, and then moved to Ohio, and then moved here.
Okay.
There was a few other moves in there. His dad was in the military.
Wow. All right, that explains a lot. I was going to say because Hawaii, Ohio, right. Arizona, that's a heck of a trek. Micah rocks acceptance awareness through music. Welcome in, Danny, Micah. Welcome in, guys. I appreciate all you being here. Please go check out. They changed the name too, so that's why it's confusing me a little bit. But go check out Micah and his channel, Micah Rocks, Positive Autism. Please, and it is Autism Awareness Month. And I was going to say it very inappropriately, but whatever they're calling it now, because it's changed to what they call the autism awareness. I am a very big supporter of autism awareness and acceptance. They know that. I've had them on my channel. We have some family with autism. Please go check them out. I know they've been running this music channel stream on their channel to get Micah's hours up, because they're almost at 1,000 subs. And if you don't know the story about Micah, go check out the channel. He had lost a few subs due to YouTube screwing something up, so they basically had to rebuild. So definitely, please go check out Micah. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Wow, 28 wonderful people here. Jay Nashville, welcome in. Disney Nerd Herders, what's going on, guys? Thank you for being here. We are here with Disabled. No, I almost screwed that one up. I did screw it up. What am I? Sorry. Give me 1 second. I just want to close that comment, because if I don't, it's going to screw me all up. There we go. Disabled Disventures. It's going to take me a second to Disabled Disney.
Fine.
Disabled Disventures. It's going to take me a second to get that going.
We still say Disabled Disney.
Corner Sports, welcome in, Tommy, Claudia. Thank you for having me on at work. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for being here. So after all those moves and everything, and we're back to married so many years. She's doing the math for you. I'm pointing the wrong way. She's doing the math for you.
Yeah.
When
did you start your channel?
So January was 2 years, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound
January
right?
28th.
He was like watching a bunch of Disney YouTubers. He's like, I would love to be able to do this, but we can't do the parks like that. And I was like, okay, well, then we need to do it from the disability perspective of our perspective, not from what everyone else is doing. Because right. You're right, we don't do the parks like that. Being disabled, it's not, you can't do the parks the same way. I can't just run to every attraction like you do.
Right.
We can't walk into the park, go on Space Mountain, then go on Big Thunder Mountain, then go on.
It does take a little bit of planning and
time, and especially to deal with, the different medical problems that I have, and how we work that into the park days and stuff. And so I was like, all right, well, I said, let's do it then. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And she was in boot camp at the time,
AIT,
sorry.
because I was in Virginia.
Right, you were in Virginia at the time. She was in the military at the time.
I get a text message one day at like 8 in the morning. Hey, watch this.
And I just shot a real quick introductory video on my phone, and started a YouTube channel, an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook, and uploaded it to YouTube. And then she ended up getting hurt in boot camp, and it affected her going into her AIT, so she ended up being discharged and sent home.
And I was sick on top of it, which did not help anything.
So she came home, and we started doing, initially we started just doing some videos from home until we could get in the parks and start, because we go to Disneyland.
Right.
And then we had our next trip to Disneyland like 2 months later, so we filmed some stuff from there, and we're putting it up, and like tips and tricks. And then we've since now been to Walt Disney World and done some videos about that. That's our main focus, but the reason why we wanted to change it to Disabled Adventures is so we could do more disability travel stuff than just have the Disney focus.
Disney name. Right. I get all of that. Let me welcome in Courtney Rainwaters. I know I have 3 of them in here because somebody already put 3. Courtney, welcome in. And I saw Paula was here. Mom is here too. Paula Rainwaters, welcome in there. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And if anybody has any questions for this lovely channel, make sure you put them in the chat. I will try to catch them as they go by. And Roscoe Amory says that's actually an amazing perspective and good for you guys. Without getting, let me. I don't want to jump. Hold on. Without getting into personal details, okay? How? Let me see. I want to make sure I phrase this correctly. How is it very different to go to the parks with whatever disabilities you have compared to myself? Anybody else?
Well, so when you're walking, I am a ambulatory wheelchair user. So I can stand and walk, but I can't stand and walk for very long. So I either have to use a wheelchair or a mobility scooter.
Okay.
So I have to, when you're walking, you can just like move through stuff, and if there's a small path, you can like scoot yourself through and turn yourself and different things. When you're using a wheelchair or a mobility scooter, you have a lot larger profile of something to maneuver through, so you can't just like maneuver through people and around stuff as easily, number one. So it takes longer just from that perspective.
And you got to plan ahead for the few curbs that they do have there.
Yeah, like you have to, like if I get up on Main Street onto the curb, I can't get off until the end of Main Street, like because they only have certain parts where you can get on and off. I can't just walk off the curb to go around people, or walk on the curb to go around people.
Right.
So like if we're going down Main Street, we have to, are we going down on the street, or are we going down on the curb? Like where are we going? And are we trying to get into one of the shops along there? Like, are we just going down? That is like, it actually takes a lot longer. And I know I see on message boards, people complain about people mobility scooters because they don't pay attention. I go out of my way to pay attention because it's something I use all the time, not just some of the time. Like a lot of the people that have problems with mobility scooters only use them occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
And they are difficult to operate if you're not used to using them. But I've been told by people, like, we'll be going from one area when the park's busy or whatever, and like people will just like walk in front of you because you're like in their way. And so I'll let off. That's the other thing. I can't stop. I can only let off the throttle. There is no way to stop.
There's no break.
No.
That's
So
what the people. You are my brakes. Once I hit you,
right. So like people will cut in front of you, and so I have to like let off. So then I have to essentially stop and then start again. And it's the same thing with the wheelchair. People will cut in front of you, and like whoever's pushing me has to like stop and pull backwards.
The wheelchair is a little bit easier than the mobility scooter because normally it's me. I can just kind of like yank her a little bit and she'll stop.
The other thing with the wheelchair, when you're pushing the person in the wheelchair, you can't look around at everything else that's going on. You have to pay attention to what's going. I mean, it's like driving.
right?
You know, you got and in heavy traffic, and nobody's paying any attention to anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you've got to stay focused on what's going on around you. You know, and it's like, and she'll be like, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "No, I'm watching and making sure I'm not running somebody over."
Right. So that's the other like. We're hyper focused about not like I am so scared of running over a little kid that runs out in front of me. Like you have no idea.
And like anytime I'm pushing her in the wheelchair and a little kid darts out, I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Well,
I,
we have seen people not pay attention with those.
right.
We've seen it, so I want to thank you for that. Before we get too far off track, I do have a couple of questions that I see in the chat. Micah rocks an awareness to music, acceptance and awareness. We haven't been back to the park since the C restrictions. How is Disney handling the disability pass? And are they still accommodating for people with special needs? Danny, they are. And everybody knows my family uses the DOS. Everybody's got different reasons for using the DOS. My family does still use it. I noticed that I saw a couple of replies to you, Danny, in the chat. They do still accommodate. That has not changed. And I see Disney Nerd Herders advanced you. So did Jeff. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And there was another question. And where did it go? Oh, right here. The Roscoe Motherships. What tips and tricks have you learned in navigating the parks, and what advice would you give others that are dealing with that same restriction?
So what we do is we figure out where we want to start and then do everything in that like area. So like I can with a mobility scooter, and they don't give you the DAS just for having a mobility issue. You have to have other issues. And I do have other issues that qualify me for DAS.
Yeah.
But at Disneyland, I don't use DAS because most of the attractions, you have to go in through the exit or get a return time anyway because of how old they are. Most, not all.
The newer stuff, you can go through the queue.
Well,
Yeah, it's big.
That's pretty much just like, pretty much the only one we do the normal queue in though is like Millennium Falcon. We hadn't been on Rise of the Resistance there yet, but we have in Florida, so that one would be like that one could be standard queue. Trying to think what else. Pretty much everything else, either you get a return time or you go into the exit with the mobility scooter or wheelchair.
Except for California Adventure, everything in California Adventure.
Right. So in Disneyland itself, I don't tend to use the DAS. I only need it in certain things. So I try not to use it in California Adventure. We try to just wait in the normal queue lines. So what we do is we pick an area to start in, and we do everything we want to do there, and then we move on to the next area. And then try to figure out where we need to be, like if we're making dining reservations, because it's really hard. We found this out when we were young and dating. It's really hard in a wheelchair to go from one side of the park to the other and back.
Right. It's hard. Listen, it's hard being, walking.
Right.
Trust me, my wife, who I know is still listening in the chat, she hates when I plan things like that. We'll be at Thunder Mountain, and it's like, yes, Space Mountain is 10 minutes. Let's go.
Right.
Could be like,
yeah, it's really hard for us to do that. Yeah. It's even harder with the wheelchair, though.
I'm sure.
It's until people really know what it's like. And I know there was a huge thing with people faking disabilities or hiring out people to get in line, and so they changed it, which I completely understand. So that way that deters some of that. But people think most of the time when I have to get a return time, I actually end up waiting longer for the attraction than
True.
someone just going through the regular queue line, because number one, we get a return time equivalent to the wait time, and then you still have to wait normally in the fast. They normally do that with the fast pass line.
Yep, you're right.
Sometimes it's still in through the right exit, like with Big Thunder Mountain, we get a return time, we still go in through the exit because that's where the ramp is and there's no stairs. And then like with Haunted Mansion in California, we go in through it's essentially the fast pass line. It's next to the fast pass line where they have the wheelchairs go in.
And then they have you sit off to the side and wait.
Until they can get you on and through. Because that's where the ramp is. The wheelchair ramp's on the right-hand side, at least in California.
And you cannot take mobility scooters into the Haunted Mansion in California.
Right.
Okay.
They do not allow mobility scooters, but they do have wheelchairs there that you can borrow at the attraction.
And jump off.
So
Most Disneyland attractions have.
Right.
And then Walt Disney World was the same type of thing where they didn't allow mobility scooters into a lot of the attractions, especially the older ones, but they have attraction wheelchairs that you can use if you need to. I know a lot of people that use mobility scooters can stand in like a 20-minute line. They just can't do it long term, and that's great, but I can't stand that long. So I still have to use it. If I'm using my mobility scooter, it's easier when we're rocking around the park, but I still have to use a wheelchair to go onto those attractions.
I get it. Awesome. Let me jump through this chat real quick. My mom is disabled and she gives up on ever going to Disney because of mobility issues, but I want to take her back. Well, Amory, have her go to the channel, have her watch this stream real quick, and maybe it'll help change her mind. Danny says Micah's Nana once drove her scooter of a sidewalk without a ramp. We called her an Ascon in her after that. I can see that happening. People don't realize there's a curb there. You're not paying attention.
No, it happens.
And off you go. And yes, Angela, I saw that Jeff is also here. He's supposed to be charging his phone for the 11 o'clock stream. Good luck with that, everybody. I'm just making sure. So the DOS is definitely sounds like it's worth it for her. For your mom or for her, for anybody, because like I said, use the DOS.
Just remember for the DAS, you don't get it just for mobility issues because they will tell you to rent a wheelchair.
Correct.
So you have to have another reason for the DAS pass. But
they actually tell you if you're able to sit in your wheelchair, they won't give it because it's not. How do I put this? It's not tiring for you because you're sitting there. You're not.
Right.
A wheelchair and a scooter is one reason I'll tell you that I'm pretty sure of that Disney will not give you a DOS for.
They won't.
They're pretty much telling you that
they'll tell you to rent a wheelchair.
I hate putting it this way. You guys know how I'm blunt about it, but you're better off than some people because you're sitting there, and I don't mean better off because you have a wheelchair for a reason or a scooter, but I'm saying is you are sitting there, you're in line, you're not.
Right.
You know that's all I meant about that. Right.
So they will not give you the DAS just for mobility reasons. Yeah. But they do have wheelchairs for rent. They do rent mobility scooters. And they're so great about it, honestly. Like, when we look at places to go on vacation, the first thing I have to look at is, will I be able to use a mobility scooter or a wheelchair? That's the very first thing I have to look at. I can't look at what there is to do, that I can't look at anything else. Will I be able to get around? That's like the very first question. So I would be asking them, where do you want to go? And it was always Disney because we don't have to work. They are really great about making sure that you can get on and off attractions. They have developed ride vehicles that you can stay in your wheelchair in. You don't have to get out of. And I have to tell you that after experiencing Space Mountain in Florida and Space Mountain in Disneyland, Space Mountain in Disneyland is so much better, not because of the attraction itself, but because they have a disability access ride vehicle.
Really?
Okay, so they have a ride vehicle that is stationary on the platform that you can take your time getting in and out of. You still have to transfer. You can't be in a wheelchair. You can't stay. You still have to transfer, but you can take your time. And then what it does is the platform moves out into the track. And then you go forward. So it's not like Florida's. It used to be that way where it was just moving through and you only have so long where the ride breaks down. And then they built this platform in Disneyland, and I got to tell you, it is so much better. I tried to get on Space Mountain in Walt Disney World. I couldn't do it because I was in too much pain with trying to bend my knee to get down there and hurry like it used to be in Disneyland. I couldn't do it.
And they were like, you got like 30 seconds.
I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
They went and
a ride like that, they can't freeze like, let's say, Peter Pan stops. I understand.
Right. But they can. But in Disneyland, now that they have that moving platform, you can.
Yeah.
You can take as long as you need to get on.
You could take 5 minutes if you needed to be able to get in or out of that vehicle.
Right, because the ride's still going.
Yeah, the ride's still going past you.
Oh.
So
yeah, the ride's still going, and then when you're all ready, they send an empty one through,
which stops next to you,
and then it goes to the other side, and the platform moves.
Right. Well, that's a great idea that they did that. And I that on some more rides. LSU mom Emily, thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Emily, and Yadi. Good morning, Yadi. Thank you for being here. 34 wonderful people here this morning. This is amazing. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We are here with Disabled Disventures. I gotta make sure I keep saying that right. And Dennis says Tron at Disneyland Shanghai also has special disability access ride carriage. That's amazing.
I am hoping they're putting that in Florida. I'm sure they are.
I'm willing to bet they will.
I hope they do because it's definitely something, 50% of this world is, has a disability. And if it helps them, I don't see why Disney wouldn't. We are 31 minutes in already. And I appreciate the time we just spent on all of that. But I want to get into your channel because that's why we're here. We're here to get to know the channel. But thank you for sharing all of that because I'm sure, people, and if anybody's got any more questions, please throw them in. And I saw Danny said he had to go. Danny, thank you for popping in, guys. Please go check out Micah. Micah rocks acceptance and awareness through music. Please go support, that channel. And our other, I don't see him in the chat, but I'm sure she's Ninja watching or Ninja listening, whatever you want to call it. But Joey's World, our other strong autism channel. Please go check out Joey's World. It is Autism Aware a month, but not only this month. Go check out their channels. But it is this month. Go check them out. John Surfbomb, I think I welcomed you in. If I didn't, I apologize, buddy. Back to your channel real quick. Was it what you expected when you started your channel? What were you expecting? Let's rephrase this. What were you expecting, and is it there? Is it what you expected? What do you want to? What would you like to see different?
Well, for me, I thought it was just you film a little bit and it goes by real quick, and then you upload the video, and it takes like 10 minutes. That's what I was thinking. I didn't realize it can take you 2 hours to film a 10-minute video, and then another 4 hours to edit it, and then upload it. And you've got all of this stuff of where, granted it would be funny to watch some of it, the outtakes and such.
Oh, but you got to do an outtake vlog because everybody does it. I mean, you got to.
Yeah.
Haven't done one yet, but yes. I don't know what I was expecting, but I know I had to learn how to do all of this stuff. It's not something I did before. And I'm getting better at my editing because I'm the one that does all the editing and all of that stuff. I'm getting better at it and how to do it all. But it is a steep learning curve.
Well, I applaud you because everybody that knows me knows, and yes, Carlos is going to repeat it. I hate vlogging. I hate editing. I don't do it. I do this. I do live streams.
We do some live streams, but
the live streams are definitely easier.
I was going to get into that. What do you prefer? Because I noticed you have done a few live streams. I noticed one of them you had our great friends Ron and Meredith, the Do Philly crew, on.
We love the Do Philly crew.
So which one do you like better? Which one do you guys like better, the vlogging or the live streaming?
I like live streams better.
And the live streams are easier, but sometimes it's easier to get the specific information that you want to get out through, a pre-planned video.
Right.
Because sometimes, like there might be something that you want to say and you forget to say it in the live stream. And it's like, oh, well,
Yeah, that's the one thing.
with the pre-planned vlog, you can sit there and just like, okay, we got to put this out, this out, this out. We got to say this. We got to do this. Us trying to do like, say, a top 10 favorites thing would be difficult to do live because it's like, oh, well, wait, what about this? What about this? We'll spend 2 hours doing that.
You should hear some of our conversations when we're planning videos.
Welcome to my world, because yes, when I do my Tuesdays and we do the our second hour, we do a favorite thing, and yeah, you can be there forever talking about something like that. But I've noticed you've done a few live, so continue doing what you like. Right. Tell everybody if you enjoy what you do. Let me ask you that: have you been enjoying yourselves doing what you do?
Yes. And I really love it when I get a message on Instagram and they say, you have helped me figure this out so much. I even had a fairly large, she's a normally abled person, have a temporary physical disability contact me and go, I need help. I don't know how to do the parks in a mobility scooter and I have to do that. What tips and tricks can you give me? Because I need help. And I was like, I'm happy it makes me so happy because that's like my passion in life is to help people. I've been in the medical field the majority of my adult working life. I love helping people. And I've had a lot of people message me and being like, I thought I couldn't do this and you've given me the confidence and I'm going to go back and I'm going to try this and I'm going to do this. And I've heard some people get back to me and say it helped. Some people don't. So I don't know if they ever did or not, but that's the best part for me when they tell me, yeah, you give me the confidence that I can do this. And I was able to have so much fun and enjoy my family and enjoy my life because I know what it's like to be disabled and feel like you're such a burden to your family and everybody.
Right.
And not but like they can just go have fun, and that's what I say. Like when I'm in Disneyland, I don't feel disabled. I feel normal. I feel like I can do all these things and have all this fun and be with my family, and it doesn't make me feel disabled.
Right, and that's very touching. No, it is. I always wonder if we always hear the stories about Walt Disney and why when he built the parks and this and that Disneyland. I wonder if he ever thought back then of the people with disabilities, because you know how you've said it in this stream multiple times, and I have said it before again. But everybody, and I bring up the DOS or whatever the passes were at the time, the handicap passes at the time were. But I wonder if 50 years ago, because we can all. I'm not that old, but right. I've heard stories and everything. Back then, people with disabilities were outcasts.
Right.
So I always wondered if Walt ever had them in his mind. And if not, then he'd be one damn proud Disney, Walt Disney, knowing what the people at Disney do now for people with disabilities. The DOS system, the queues, the rides, the ride vehicles that you have said, it's come a long way, and it's only going to get better. But you need to wonder if 50 years ago, 50, that's Walt Disney, whatever, if 75 years ago when Mickey Mouse was being drawn or whatever, did disability come to his mind? And if not, then again. He's one very proud man right now up in heaven. So
Yeah, he's gotta be.
We go to Disney. Oh, I'm sorry, Andy and Cheryl. We go to Disney Florida every year, and my Cheryl has to have a mobility scooter and find Disney very good. And I can get away with not going on scary rides where people are not in person. We had lots of fun doing a trivia live stream. Says the Do Philly crew. Levy, I know we're getting short for time. 40 minutes in. 29 wonderful people here. Thank you for being here, guys. Let me ask you this. How many? Because I haven't even asked you. How many trips to Disney World have you taken?
Disney World, one.
One. I thought I saw that.
We're going in May. We were supposed to go in March, and then a snowstorm canceled our flights because we had to go through Denver.
Denver, still snowing in Denver.
Yeah, so we're going in May. This time we have a straight through, so no snowstorm and cancel flights.
How many times to Disneyland?
Disneyland, I've been going. I grew up in Southern California. The first time I went, I was 6 months old. So I have been going to Disneyland my whole life. I can't even tell you.
Well, then you're my idol because that's the one place that's on the top of my bucket list. I have children to marry. I have grandchildren to be born. Forget them. I want to go to Disneyland.
It's amazing. I mean, Disney World is great. I loved Magic Kingdom. I really loved Animal Kingdom. But Disneyland, I don't know. It's different. Like, at least for us.
Home. It's more like home
and
than anything else.
Like, you walk down Main Street and you know Walt has walked there.
Exactly.
And they have his apartment, the light and the firehouse. Every day when we leave Disneyland, we say goodnight to Walt as we leave. And it's just different.
So for the people that don't know, what the light symbolizes is that Walt is there. If it's on, he's there.
Because when he was there in the park, they turned the lamp on to show the cast members he was there.
Hey, Walt's on his way. Everybody straighten up. Boss is coming.
Make sure you and shiny and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they leave it on now. It's
nice. Well, I need to see that.
It's amazing.
I'm trying to do this all in time ways here, but I know Disneyland does this pretty much the same thing, so I can ask this: are you Christmas or Halloween?
Ooh, Christmas. Just because I love Christmas more, I'm Christmas. We've been there for both, Christmas and Halloween. Christmas for me, it's Christmas.
I would have to say Halloween because of Ghost Galaxy.
Yeah.
I really
the
like
Ghost Galaxy overlay on
Ghost
Space
Galaxy,
Mountain is amazing.
Yeah,
So for my answer, it technically falls under both.
Well, she really likes
a Nightmare Before Christmas overlay.
Oh,
yeah. And since it's
and
there for both.
Right. I've never seen Disney World. I've never been to Disneyland, but I've never seen Disney World at Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry, Christmas and Halloween. We've seen it only for Christmas and Flower and Garden, regular.
Well, we were there for September last year, so it was technically Halloween, but it was Halloween light last year.
Yeah.
Like, according to everyone I had talked to, that wasn't even half the decorations they normally put up. So
same thing, and same for Christmas. We missed out a lot this past Christmas. We did, but it's funny. My 8-year-old who's been to Disney now 5 times or whatever it is, 4 or 5 times, and he's only 8. My wife's friends at work made fun of him because we went once in July, and they're like, "Oh, poor Ethan, he only knows Christmas. He's going to be lost," and he was. He's like, "Where's the Christmas decorations?" Because that's all he knows. So I myself am Christmas too. And Tina says it. Yes, yeah. Jillian is Hallowismas.
Yeah, Hallowismas. That's how you say it.
That's right. Yep. Again, any questions? Please pop them in the chat real quick. Before we continue going, I want to do this real quick. Tuesday, I will be back with my regular show. God willing, if nothing, I always leave a banner up. I need to learn how to take a banner down. But God willing, nothing else happens. I've had to cancel last Tuesday streams. I will be back Tuesday. And I want to throw this up there. Next Saturday, there is no interview. I will be live from Foxwoods Casino until the security throws me out or tells me to stop streaming. I will not be streaming me gambling. Michaela has a dance competition, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to go and I'll stream from there. I'll do a little Saturday morning talk, but looking forward to doing that because it's going to be my first mobile stream on YouTube using the YouTube app. So that's going to be fun. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick while we still have 30 wonderful people here. 44 minutes in. Christmas and Halloween, we have a Hallowismas. I want to get back, if I can get through my fear of flying, I'd love to see Disneyland, says Suzanne. Yep, that's why I'm going by myself without you and the kids. Well, the kids would fly, but why would I take them when I can just go by myself? Do a solo trip. That's my issue too, Suzanne. Yes, Meredith don't fly either. I thought Roscoe, we've only seen Christmas and believe it or not, but this year we're going for Halloween for the big 50th. Yeah.
We'll be there for the 50th.
We'll be there sometime during the 50th. We'll be there in November. I am not going in October.
No, we'll be there on the 1st.
On October 1st? No, God bless you. No way.
Yep, we will be there. Well, part of it is I am a travel agent as well, and I have a training over that week in Walt Disney World.
We're going for that too.
You could pay for my trip, and I think I'd still go on that day. I really don't.
It's gonna be crazy, but yes, we're gonna be there. And we're gonna be live streaming. So
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm assuming it's going to be packed and not really.
Yeah, they're already sold out of park passes. You can't get one, as far as I know.
Well, they can have.
We were almost completely sold out of them when we were doing ours in February.
John, I'll be playing in the slot machine. I'm not much of a card player, but if you want to meet me there,
Craps or dice?
It's a small drive for you, buddy.
Craps or dice, not cards.
No,
he said crap table.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said card. I was like,
no, you said crap. Yeah, no, I'm not. I play slots. Let me. Where was I? Oh, no, I just got distracted. Now I'm all confused now.
That's why I don't like lives, because with one of my medical conditions causes.
And I write everything down.
Cognitive issues, and
I want to go back to. I want to go back to something real quick at the beginning because I always ask everybody. But you had said that you were watching channels and you're like, oh, I can. If they can do it, I can do it. Let's try it. Did you have any inspirational channels? Was there any disability channels that you were watching, or regular YouTube?
That was the thing. Like
Disney channels.
There weren't people posting like disability stuff really. I mean, there was some that like would do like one video on disability, and
there was one channel that I found that was doing anything disability, and all they were doing was filming how to get to the disability entrance in Disney World. That was it. That's all I could find.
Well, then you guys.
I don't know. I was not a YouTube watcher before we started this. And I've made so many friends now that are YouTubers, and so I watch their stuff, but I am not a YouTube watcher per se. Right. I don't just turn on YouTube. He does.
Yeah, and
well, thank you for that, David. I appreciate it. Us YouTubers appreciate it. No.
Yeah, I never watched YouTube at all before doing this.
Tina,
yeah,
I watching your comments.
Yeah, there was 2 channels that I was watching and went, this really doesn't look that difficult.
Yeah.
And this guy, his sense of humor is similar to mine, so I mean, I could do that. I could do what he's doing. And yes.
Well, he asked what channels. So Provost Park Pass.
Provost Park Pass was one of them.
Okay.
And Disney Food Blog was the other one that we're watching. Yeah.
AJ, yeah.
We all love AJ. Well.
Yeah, I mean,
in different ways, we all love AJ.
Her videos. I'm gonna say a word that I'm probably not supposed to say, but her videos are basically food porn anyway, because it's like, oh, here, look at this. Doesn't this look delicious? And you go, oh, I want that. And then by the time you get there, it's gone. That's the part that aggravates me. Or it's like, that's not what it looked like in the video. How did she get one that looked really good?
That's great. I love it. We're going to save that one. Where's Dad Bills? I need a soundbite right there. guys, we are short for time. If you haven't yet, please go check out this channel. I know the link's been in the chat over and over, and Tina, if you can keep putting that in. I see people still talking in chat about a road trip to Disneyland. Okay, good luck.
Hey, yeah, it's amazing. Like seriously, it's so much. The atmosphere is just different. It's a different feel from Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World's and the people are different too. It's hard to describe.
Here, the biggest difference that I've noticed between Disney World and Disneyland is Disney World. Okay, 6 months out, you have to have everything planned and what you're doing down to the second, and know exactly where you're going to eat, when you're going to be hungry, what you're going to want to eat when you get there at that restaurant. It's like you have to know all of that months ahead of time.
Right.
Disneyland, you make one, maybe two dinner reservations, and that's it. That's all you got to worry about, because there's no advanced fast passes. Most of the dining reservations are.
Lounge. I was like,
yeah, they're you're.
I was like, I know Blue Bayou. What's the other one?
Well, there's a couple restaurants. We don't tend to go to them because
right. They're more expensive.
expensive.
But there are a few places where you can have dining reservations, which those are normally only 30 days out, right?
Well,
I mean, they do open it up 60 days, but
even the world now is only 60 days. But I know what you're saying.
Right.
But
plus, I know what you're saying.
So, yeah. I mean, it's more you just show up and then go, okay, what do you want to do today?
And then you open the app, and like if you buy Max Pass, and you can get a fast pass for something like we'll open it up and see if there's something near us where we can get a fast pass for, or where we're going to be at the next couple of hours, and get a fast pass. Like it's a lot more relaxed,
right?
Atmosphere.
And Disneyland doesn't have the college program, so
no, they do.
Well,
it's just a lot smaller.
Okay,
right.
And most of the people that are there have been there for years.
A lot of them have been there for a very long time.
Like, there's one cast member that I've seen featured on a few channels. They've shown him on there. I've met him in person. His name's Maynard. He's if you ever run into him, you say, "Hey Maynard, how you doing today?" And he will just he loves the recognition, as far as just like, hey, you know who he is, and it's almost like he's Disney famous kind of a thing. But he really gets into it when he's in the Enchanted Tiki room. He'll play around with the kids. He's just a great guy, a great guy. And these are the type of cast members that you get there in Disneyland, which is, we do know a couple of cast members in Disney World, mm-hmm. and they're great people too. I'm not saying they're not. Like Heaven,
yeah.
Heaven's a great lady, but it's just there's just a difference, just subtle differences, but it just, to me, makes Disneyland feel more like home. And from what I've heard from some of the people who prefer Disney World over Disneyland, it seems like the park that you fall in love with, that's the one you're going to like over the other one. It doesn't matter which one it is. You're going to like that one better.
Right. Awesome. We are scrapped for time right now. 50. We're going to try to get this out in 7 minutes. Guys, again, thank you all for being here. I pretty much went through my whole list of everything I needed to ask you, and I appreciate you guys being on. But like I always do, I like to end my streams with 10 Disney favorite questions. So what we're going to do, we're going to rapid fire through these guys. Everybody to remember, This Our Dreams will be live again this morning at 11 o'clock. Angela's going to try something different with Jeff. She is back in Pittsburgh. He's in Florida. And I can't wait to get down there with him. But we are going to go through this real quick. So these are all Disney World pertaining. I know you've only been there once, but bear with me, please, and play along if you don't mind. But favorite Disney character?
Oh, mine's Winnie the Pooh.
What gave that away? Go ahead.
For me, it's Genie.
Mine changes, but for the most part,
Scar.
Scar.
Yeah.
Really? All right. Listen, I love two different answers that I've never got. Genie and Scar. Favorite Disney World park?
Magic Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
I think Hollywood Studios.
Nice.
He's a big Star Wars guy.
We need to talk. I'm not an Animal Kingdom fan. That's why I always make faces when people mention it. Favorite Disney World ride?
Okay, mine's kind of weird. I was the only one that went on this ride, but and Mom and Dad already know what their responses. Why can't I think of it?
The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
No.
Flight of
What?
Passage.
Oh,
Flight of Passage.
Oh, okay.
Kind of surprised that was your favorite one, but okay.
It's a great ride.
I couldn't
fit.
fit.
Right.
I actually got kicked off
His
the ride
legs
because
are too big around.
yeah, I could not fit into the ride vehicle.
And
They
his
were trying.
legs are all muscle, so it's not.
So I mean, and this cast member, bless her heart, she was trying to push him in there, and I'm like going, ow, ow, and so she's like going, yeah, you're not gonna fit. So she released it, kicked me out of there, and then they started the ride before she realized I wasn't next to her anymore.
I heard him walking out the door, but I wasn't paying attention to the fact that it was him. And then I looked, the wall was coming down. I was like, oh, okay. I'm here.
So what is yours, David?
I would say Seven Dwarfs Mine Train actually. That just something completely different than what.
We don't have it at
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
It took me going on it a couple of times to really like it, but because I'm not a roller coaster person.
Now, Jillian absolutely did not like that ride because of the fact that you can rock the cars,
Yeah.
and you can rock them more than what the ride does. And
He would rock it, and she'd be like, "Stop!"
Yeah,
I felt like I was going to fall out. I knew I wasn't going to because it's Disney, but I felt like I was going to, so I didn't like it.
my wife don't like that either. Melissa, what's your favorite?
I'm gonna have to go with the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train too. That one was really great.
Favorite attraction that's not a ride?
Most of them were closed when we were there, so.
Yeah, a lot of them are. Trying to think. We have PhilharMagic now. Ooh,
Oh,
Muppets 3D because we don't have it anymore. They got rid of it to put in PhilharMagic.
That's true.
Yeah, I think we're all going to go with Muppets on this one.
Favorite resort, even if you haven't stayed at one.
So we stayed at Pop and Yacht Club, and there's like a huge difference between those two.
Right.
Other ones we stayed at Pop.
Yeah. Yacht Club, I just felt out of place there. You know, like it's like, oh, this is where rich people are. I am not rich.
I am
I
severely
not belong.
That's my go-to.
The cast members
go-to resort. And I'm not.
The cast members did not make us feel that way. It's just the way the decor of the place, and you know, it's like, oh yeah, I don't belong here. But like I said, the cast members never made us feel that way. So,
favorite Disney restaurant
From Disney World. The ones we went to, for me, Brown Derby.
yeah, I was thinking of Brown Derby as well.
Pecos Bill because the nachos.
Yes, love Pecos Bill. We're there 3 or 4 times.
The nachos that we had in Disneyland, for me, far outweighed the Pecos Bill ones, but they were good. But the ones in Disneyland were better.
Yeah, and those were one of the things that it's like we saw it on DFB, and we were like, that looks really good. But then when we got them, it did not look like it did.
Because they didn't have it all together. They had it separated out.
Everything's
different right now because of COVID.
Yeah, when you went, it's completely different because Pecos Bill's 2 years ago compared to Pecos Bill, completely different restaurant. Will Disney Spring count towards this question? Chasing Dreams with Mike? Yes, it will. Definitely will. Disney Springs does count anywhere on Disney property when we go to restaurants. Favorite meal that you have had on Disney World property? I'm like, are we frozen or is it really that?
No, it's just I would have to say that what the dinner that we had at the Brown Derby.
Brown Derby, nice. What'd you have? Do you remember what you had?
I had the Cobb salad. He had the Kobe
Wagyu
burger.
Wagyu
burger.
I'm gonna have both. I am.
And then we had the margarita flight.
Mhm.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And she had
chicken sandwich.
Some kind of chicken dish.
Yeah, I think it was a chicken sandwich. It was.
That Wagyu beef burger was amazing.
I've heard.
I really like my drink.
Favorite snack?
Mine is popcorn. I'm a popcorn person, and Disney popcorn is the best.
I don't like
Popcorn a second.
I don't like the popcorn, but I like the buckets.
Oh, the buckets are so I've never been a bucket person, but then they've come out with these ones that are just so cute. It's like
we've got
we've got 3 sitting right over there. So
I got 30 something sitting right here.
Yeah, we've got 3 right now, but they've we've got a couple other ones, but they've come out with ones that are so cute. It's like, oh my gosh.
What's your favorite, Dave? Well, Dave.
He's
really
not a big snack person.
I don't really remember having any snacks, to be perfectly honest. I'm sure I did, but nothing sticks out in my mind.
Popcorn for you too, Jillian.
I really don't have one either, unless drinks count as snacks.
Well, that's the next question. Favorite drink then?
We had a float. I think it was the Peter Pan float.
Yeah,
that one was really good.
That was good.
Nice.
We tried that one and then the Maleficent one. The Maleficent one was not as good.
Yeah, I wanted the Maleficent one because it looked really good, and I was like, I don't flavor combo.
Annie and Cheryl, I think it's higher than 30. I just threw that number out there to be honest with you, but that's besides the point. It is, yeah, it's growing and it keeps growing. And everybody's putting in their answers too. Chasing Dreams with Mike, Homecoming. Oh, that was so good.
We're gonna hopefully try that one next time we go. We're going again in September, October timeframe. Like I said, we're gonna hopefully try Homecoming because I want to try Homecoming.
And last question: favorite movie? No Star Wars, no Marvel, Dave. Sorry.
Well, then that would be the Robin Williams Aladdin.
Great choice.
For me, it's Tangled.
Nice.
Mine is a 3-way tie between Alice in Wonderland, the animated one, The Lion King, and Frozen.
Still haven't seen Frozen. I get a lot of crap. Oh, what are you gonna?
Oh, just let it go. It's fine. Let it go.
Right? Oh my God, that is the 10 questions, guys. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I am going to give you the floor. Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, and the floor is yours.
So we are on YouTube, obviously, Disabled Disventures. We're on Twitter at Disabled Venture because it wouldn't let me do Disabled Disventures. It's too long. We're on Instagram, Facebook. We have a Facebook group as well. If you'd like to be invited to that, I can invite you. And then we also have a Pinterest that I don't use that often, but we have it. We are going to be headed to Disneyland on Sunday, which we're going to live stream because we're going to A Touch of Disney. Yay! It's so exciting. And then we're going to Disney World in May, and then again in September and October, and we're going to be live streaming all of that stuff. And we try to do a weekly vlog, but I've been taking a little bit of a break the past few weeks. And then we're also planning another Disney trivia series like we did with the Do Philly crew right now. As soon as we get that all ready to go.
Thank you, Team Marie's Place.
And if you
And
want to be
thank you
involved
guys.
in that, get a hold of us
Yep.
because we're always looking for people to jump in on that panel.
Go.
Those are so much fun.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, message us, get a hold of us somehow.
And if you ever
Leave
have,
a comment on one of our videos.
and if you ever have disability questions, come find me. I will answer whatever I can. But yeah,
Nice. You know where to find them. They're all right there. Tina's been putting the links up in the.
Thank you, Tina.
My chat is live for replay, so anybody that watches the replay will see the same chat and be able to click on the same links when they come back and watch the replay. Definitely, like I said, go check them out. I highly recommend them. Thank you for coming on today. I appreciate it. I know it was early for you guys on the West Coast.
Thanks for having us.
No, thank you. Thanks for my mods, Tina, Suzanne, and everybody else that was doing things. I appreciate it. And like I said, I should be back live Tuesday. Thanks for everybody that's reached out to me, people that know what's been going on. But I should be back live Tuesday. I should, God willing. And we got some news coming up on Tuesday. It's been out there. I've thrown it out into other people's chats, but I haven't formally announced it. So I will on Tuesday of what's going on with the channel. And we'll see you. We'll see you then. Until then, stay healthy, stay positive. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.